So last Friday, my roommate Jess and I decided to finally host the elegant wine and cheese night we'd been talking about since we moved in. You know, to pretend we're actual adults for once, instead of two goblins who eat instant ramen and lose their socks in the dryer. We went all out. I wore my one nice shirt, Jess lit candles, and we even put on a Spotify playlist called French Cafe Vibes that sounded suspiciously like elevator music. We had one bottle of wine, two plastic glasses, and a wedge of brie I found in the back of the fridge. The only thing that seemed off was that the brie was, well, unusually rectangular and had a faint lemon scent, but I chalked it up to artisan cheese being weird. Our guests, okay, it was just our neighbor Steve from down the hall, arrived, and we tried to act sophisticated. We poured the wine, sliced up the brie, and started making vague comments about earthy undertones and subtle notes of citrus. Steve took one look at the cheese, sniffed it, and immediately made an excuse that he was suddenly lactose intolerant. Jess and I, on the other hand, powered through. The brie wasn't spreading right, but we figured it was just fancy and needed room temperature to bloom. It did leave a strange, squeaky feeling on my teeth, but hey, some people pay extra for texture. As the night went on, things got weirder. The more we tried to eat the cheese, the more it seemed to just smear around on the crackers without making a dent, and at one point, Jess muttered, "Why does this taste like my morning shower?" I laughed it off, but then it hit me, I hadn't seen my favorite lemon soap bar in days. Jess, looking suddenly pale, asked if her hands always smelled like camembert after washing. We stared at the cheese. We stared at each other. Slowly, the horrifying realization dawned, we had both been showering with brie, and trying to eat a bar of soap. So, moral of the story, always label your cheese and your toiletries. Otherwise, you'll end up with clean bodies, dirty plates, and a reputation for hosting the bubbliest wine and cheese night on the block.